Welcome back from the break. In today's News in Focus segment, we will delve into a conversation with a flight maintenance officer, Dovi Senyo, as he shares his journey.
Hello and welcome back to another edition of Edu News 360 in Focus segment with me, Anita Yayagbeku. Well, you know, on this platform we celebrate the achievements and contributions made by institutions and individuals to the educational sector. Well, today we have a special person here, and he is a flight maintenance officer and he goes by the name Dovi Senyo. Today he's going to share with us his journey through life and how he was able to be a flight maintenance officer. So we'll delve into his story and learn from his journey. So let's get right into the conversation. Hello, Mr. Dovi Senyo. Thank you so much for coming on this segment.
Thank you so much too for having me.
All right, we really appreciate you. Can you tell us a bit about yourself? I'm sure my audience want to know more about you, what you do, what courses you learned way back in school, maybe the school you also attended.
All right, so my full name is Mark Dovi Senyo Kofi. I added Gavivina to my own name. I don't like the Mark because I felt it's a name I don't go with. So it's not public. A lot of people don't know, but because it's already on my certificate. So that's a Dovi simply means a male child after twins.
Wow.
Yes, so basically that is how I get my name. I'm a Newe, number 9. Yeah, I was born and bred in a village near Japan.
Okay.
In the Volta region called Chikweando. Yeah, it cannot be found on the map though. So my major target or focus or purpose is to put that village on the map. And that was my dream. And beautiful. I think at times as the clock is ticking, I'm on the path and I'm doing that little by little. Today you know where I was coming from. You know that village. So it's getting on the map. So you talk about education. I always tell people that I'm a hustler. So school days, I went to school in that same village. Okay. That village doesn't have school. So we have to trek like 1.5 to 2 kilometers to another village to go to school. That's from primary 1 to 6, and then I will now come back to the city itself, which is, let's say, town, which is Dragon. Okay. That's like almost 5 kilometers. So we go every day and come. So 3 years with that, 6 years in that village before I was able to go to secondary school. So after the JSS, my time was JSS, not JHS. Okay. Yeah. So after the JSS, I didn't have what it takes to go back to school. So we were 7. I have 6 siblings. Wow. And I was supposed to be 6, but because of the twins, we are 7. So I have 3 in front of me, ahead of me, and already know they couldn't go to school. They couldn't go to the universities. The twins are already struggling to go to secondary school. So after JSS, that's in the year 2000, I have to stay home for 2 years. Wow. And so at the age of 13 years, I think I left the village to Ashama, where I was able to do shoe shine. I formulated some shoe shine box, cleaning shoe for people, getting some few money, and then I was going equally working at the Ashama timber market. You don't have a choice. So 2 years I was doing all these things, going to the timber market, pushing truck, loading wood for people, and doing the shoe shine along. There were times when market is not good, we can go to Tema industrial area to look out for mineral jobs, like working for companies like Tuye, where we were manufacturing chalk. Okay. And then we went to Jelly Plastics, where we do, those companies are all still there. As for Jelly Plastics, I was part of the people who even lay blocks for the company, carry mortar, blocks, until the company is built. So they gave us opportunity to be factory hands, where we produce polythene bag, but then slippers and few things. And after 2 years, I was able to raise some money, which wasn't enough though. So I bought my own forms to go to secondary school.
Wow.
The journey is complicated. You can't say everything within a minute or just a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, we all have dreams. Academically, I don't have problem.
Okay.
I was good. As for that one, I thank God for that.
Jesus.
So the only thing I have is, there's a saying in our village that we don't have cocoa farm.
Okay.
So when they send you to school, you do well, and because if you don't go to perform well in the school, when you come back home, they will send you to the farm, go and carry logs, do charcoal, which I've done many times with my mom. When I was even in JSS 3, I needed mathematical set. I love technical drawing, so I have to go to the bush, cut sticks with my mom. We do charcoal, and before we were able to get mathematical set, which then was like 50 pesos or something like that.
Interesting.
And by that time, you know, the money was big.
Yeah.
I think that would be like 5,000, say 500 or something. But now it's like 50 pesos. And my mother even ended up dividing her thumb into two with a cutlass, because when we hurry, we need to get the money. I need to go to school. So all these 2 years after the GSS, I was in Ashama at that tender age, exposed to a lot of things, meeting people who are into drugs, but thank God, he still gave us the focus. And it was good. So raising some few amount of money, went back to talk to my elder brother and said I want to go to school.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't have money. He couldn't even go to the university. The highest he went was secondary school, so he did visual art and he now drawing for people, those days hairdressing. There's not like these new apps we have now.
Yeah.
You have to look at the women with their hair, draw them, and then so we've been doing that for people. We raised some few amount of money, and then I went to school. I couldn't finish that school because I was sacked because of school fees.
Wow.
That's why I cannot tell you that I went to this school or no. I've attended many schools, just secondary school.
Wow.
So I tell people who keep making noise when we are doing science and math skills that it's a privilege you have. If we had a privilege to go to the school you attend, we will not stand in the crowd to cheer up the people, but we will partake as the. So a little bit of my education, it was rough, but we keep the focus as long as you know what you want to do. It's not about the duration, but it's about donation, what you give out when you have the space, when you have the opportunity.
Yeah.
So I sat from one place to another, Eastern region. I went to Somaya Secondary Technical. That's where I started. So my dream of becoming maybe a lawyer or a doctor, which I wanted to be, I couldn't, because if I finish secondary school, I cannot be a doctor after second. I need to go to the university, which I already know that I cannot.
Because of financial issues.
So I need to change. I need to quickly change that dream. Our economical factors and stuffs alone can change our dreams, where we find ourselves. And to me, it's even a motivation for me. So I decided to do technical programs with the idea that when I finish secondary school and I cannot go to university, I'll be able to fix something for somebody. Maybe this camera, if I am a technician and it goes sport, you bring it, I'll fix it, I'll get something in my pocket. But if I go and I'm doing science, if I finish, I need to go to school. I don't have money. So I'll be handicapped. So I needed something that will equip me in terms of skills. That I can fix some things on the go. That's why I even took up quickly. I was doing the shoe shine, fixing things for people and other stuff.
Wow.
I hope you get it. So in a nutshell, that is for me around my schooling, my education and stuff like that.
That's amazing. I mean, you've said a lot within this few minutes. It's really encouraging, and you speak well for someone who didn't go really far in education. You've done well, and so that
is not education. I always tell people that there's a difference between schooling and education.
Okay.
Yeah, people schooled, they don't have education.
So you were schooling yourself while you were not in school?
Yes. So education is different. Education is even what we have or what we acquired after we leave the four corners of our classroom. So a lot of people are not educated.
Okay.
They schooled. That is the people think I'm educated. No. When you are educated, you won't do certain things. You can be able to sit here and deduce that from A, B, and C, I need to do A, B, and C and put some money in my pocket. But if you are schooled, you are trained to certain way. You just read manuals, pass exams, and when we are out of the class, your life is stacked. So a lot of people schooled. They don't. Education is a lifelong something. What we are doing here, we are educating ourselves.
Exactly.
Yes. So it's not like the guy did. You can go to the university, finish legal, but you just school. You are not educated.
Wow.
That's one thing a lot of people do.
I just learned something.
So that's what I tell you. Education is, we are educating ourselves.
Yeah.
We are learning on even our walking, our talking, how we meet people. It's all education.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you wanted to be a doctor and what?
Yeah, my major, what I wanted to do was to be a doctor.
Wow. And then you maneuvered to technical things.
Yeah, the economical pressure will tell you what to do.
So how did you get yourself in that field?
Okay. So like I said, because when I went out to hustle, raise my own money, and by the help of my sisters and my brother, on the go I told them, the idea was not to do what I'm even doing now. So I wanted to be a technical person so that I can fix something after school or even on the go. So it got to a time I decided to do electricals.
Electricals.
Yes. With the sense that if I finish school right now, a secondary school, I can go to a site, follow electricians who are maybe wiring this, because in the school at that stage you can learn how to do some few, maybe one switch, connecting a switch, a bulb together to light up a single room stuff. So if I get to a site with people who are already doing it in a story building, I have the understanding how to read some wiring diagrams and other stuff. So how to do cable laying, that was the idea.
Okay.
That is all. So I become very sad when I see how technical education is. All these people holding this camera, the light, they are technical people. If our technical education is not enhanced, we're going nowhere. We need people to fix things. We need people to put this laptop together. We need people to put the printer together. Not always bringing it from somewhere else. So that was my idea. So along the line, after the school, people ask me, so where do you get plane in Ghana to fix? After secondary school, I now have no hope of going to university. As for that one, hope is not a strategy, so I don't hope.
Why?
You can't. You
but
can't.
If you make the money, you know you can still go back to school. I mean, university
you can
is
only
not
hope
time bound.
When you see the steps ahead, you know that you are rest assured that this thing is going to come. If you have faith and you are doing something, it's different than just you don't have money. You say you are hoping. Money too cannot drop from the heavens.
Well,
my father is not going to bring it. My mother don't have. So I don't have hope of going to the university. So I decided that I saw a publication. In fact, not even me. A friend was doing something and showed it to me that, there's a publication that they needed people in the Air Force to be trained as flight technicians who can go back to school, train them to fix aircrafts. So I said, okay, then I'll give it a shot.
Wow.
So I just wrote there. I went from Japan to Akosumbo with my letter, everything prepared. Because I believe in this saying that when opportunity meets preparations, it becomes luck. So the luck I defined LUCK as you labor under correct knowledge. So when I was going to the post office, I prepared everything. I just saw what the guy is doing. I've written my letter, got in my envelope, taking whatever I'm supposed to do, and then when I get there, bought the EMS form, slot everything and give it to them back. I said, but people buy the thing, go home, and I said, no, I'm done.
You came prepared?
Yes.
Wow.
So I was there like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I was replied by the EMS. And I was called by the postmaster that I have a letter from the Air Force. I said, like seriously?
Wow.
So I love adventure. I have nothing to lose. So when I was filling the form, I chose to do my recruitment at Tamale in the north. I've never been to the north. With the idea that I don't have anything to do in the north. But when I go and I come back and I don't have the work, I know Tamale.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you can always go back to Tamale
to do whatever
work.
I want to do. So I went. That's another whole journey on it, to knowing nobody in Tamale. Never crossed Kumasi before. I've not even been to Kumasi before at that time. And I was in the car. I met two gentlemen. Looking at them, I think, no, these people are going to do the same thing. That's where the education comes inside again. How to just sit back, study people, know what they are doing, learn to network.
Yeah.
So on the go, that short minute, like 14 hours from here to Tamale on the bus, and network with the people, have a chat with them. Bro, where are you going? Blah, 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 blah. Say, we are going to do. I say, it means that I'm going to do that. So when we get there, they already have people in the Air Force, in the barracks.
Wow.
So they were going, so I followed them. So at the gate, there were soldiers at the gate. So before you enter the barracks, they will ask you, who do you know here? Where are you going? So they asked them, they've mentioned their people's name.
What are you going to say?
So when they mentioned, they asked me, I just told them straight, me, I know nobody here.
Wow.
This is like age 15, 16, or 17, age 16. Wow. Me, I know nobody here. But I'm coming to do the same process I'm coming to do. So if I'm not allowed to go to the barracks, but I can be given where the soldiers were, there's a veranda. If you give me that veranda, I'll sleep here, finish my enlistment, and then I'll go back to Accra. So one of the soldiers were there, look at me. He said, no, if you have this confidence, courage.
Yeah.
You see this gentleman, follow him. He's going to a man. When you get there, repeat the same thing you repeat. That was my breakthrough. So I go to the place, met the apparently the guy is going to an officer who is like the second in command in the whole unit.
Wow.
Who is his uncle? So we got there. He didn't even ask us. He didn't even know the niece. So and he said when he saw us, I think the sister has already spoken to him. So he said, oh, we should go and have a seat. But the man we are looking for is not at home. That time the man was there, he was cooking bangkok. He knows we are tired, so when he opened the door for us, we just lie down, we slept.
Wow.
In the evening he came, woke us up, and then we had a chat. He said we should bring our certificates. Once again, when I was in the secondary school, I know I don't have school fees to pay. So when people are going for entertainment, we are learning. So all my colleagues I met in the car, they had dents on their certificates. They failed one or two papers, but I didn't. So I end up getting the job alone. No matter how they were connected to the people, they told them that they can't process their certificate because we have maybe 2 failed, 3 failed, like our system now. When you are, it's online.
Yeah.
When you enter, maybe you want to do enlistment and stuff. When you enter your grades, automatically the system will tell you that you failed. You get it.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, whether you're in fire or not, that's a process for you to be preparing for whatever ahead. But I don't know what is ahead, but when I have the opportunity now, like what I'm doing here, it's an opportunity. I hope you get the point.
Yeah.
So I need to give my best. So he took my certificate. He said, okay, this is good. And for Air Force study, we don't joke with our books, we don't joke with our lessons. Because the doctor make a mistake, one person died.
Exactly.
If I leave a spanner in the engines of an aircraft of Emirates, can you imagine? Over 800 people will die. I hope you get it. So up and downs are, we want to write exams, prove yourself. Tell us what you know. Yeah. And then we'll do practical exams. Because I say my field is this. So just do what you do. So if you pass, you move to the next stage. You pass, and then we brought all of us back to Accra. We went to the base, take some few tests, and then they shortlisted a few people, 56, the whole Ghana.
That's how you became a flight maintenance.
Yes. So we went to training. First, you have to be trained as a soldier. So I'm sitting in front of you as a fully certified 16-year service as a military officer. Yes. And then after that, you go back to school at the Air Force Base. The only place in Ghana that you can enter and learn about how aircraft work, planes work, you can fix them. That's the only place. So that is how I became a plane fitter or a flight maintenance officer.
Wow.
Yes. So like I said, education again. The process, even from the Air Force, you go to school for 3 years again. So if you don't pass those days, they sack you totally from the Air Force. Because we mean business.
Yeah.
Yes. So as time goes on, we keep learning. And I have the privilege. Everything I have in life is privilege. It's not something, it's not that I'm special. I'm not special. There's nothing special about it.
But you also worked for it.
Oh yeah, you do your part.
Exactly.
Don't forget, I'm not the only person working hard. There are people who are even better than me. But it's just privilege and grace. Yeah, but the grace will only be effective or show or manifest when you prepare though. You get it? So I had the privilege to go to Spain to take more lessons in terms of how to fix aircraft with Airbus. Yes, where Ghana was going to afford, maybe acquire some aircrafts. So we send a team of technicians, engineers, and then go. So after 12 years in the service, I was given another privilege again to go to the military academy to be commissioned by the president. So become a fully fledged certified engineer of the Ghana Air Force. So I've been doing that for the past almost 5 years. So I've been in all I've been in the military for like 16, 17 years. So that's how I can become a plane fitter.
Okay. So if I got you right, you got this opportunity through a friend who saw it as an advertisement and brought it to you. You took up the opportunity. And this is where you are today.
And my friend didn't get.
I mean, it's interesting. It's amazing. So if you had not taken up that opportunity, where do you think you would have been by now?
I can't tell. Unless I didn't take the opportunity, then. But I always think that when you set a goal, when you tell yourself certain things, and you are always on the right path, the universe. You know of what we call magnetic force.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Okay, if you do a little bit of science, if you know electromagnetism, that's how the world works. That is why when you wake up every morning, you go stand in front of the mirror and you say, I want to fall sick. Do it 1 week, you fall sick. That is why you shouldn't be saying certain things like boys are bred. Anything you say with your mouth is confession. Boys are bred and they'll be bred. You get a point?
Yeah.
So don't condone certain. You have to be positive always. Even in fire, you have to be positive. I knew very well that me I will become it. This one we are doing here is just a process. We've not gotten to anywhere. Me, I've not started. How will you get a point?
Yeah, you have to see more of it.
Yeah. So from onset, even along the line, I've changed my. If you call me any name, I won't accept. The only name I respond to is Bilone.
Hey.
No, you have to be at a certain level where people see you. They say, no problem. You just have to be odd to be the number one in whatever you are doing. Be positive. I don't care how the economy is. The only economy I know I have is my personal economy. That is what I'm working on. Do you have control over the Ghana's economy? Do you have control over the dollar? No. You think the economy is not good, so people will not build today? Somebody who went to buy maybe even more than 50,000 bags of cement today. So why should I be confessing that the place is hard? No. As long as there's somebody, I love this saying by one of my mentors. There's a rich man in every village. So if you go to any village, look for the rich man. So in my village, I want to be the richest one. I want to be the person to impact lives, to change the community. But it's not going to happen within a day. I hope you get it.
Yeah. You know, now we have people saying, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a politician. And you don't hear any youth say that maybe I want to be a flight maintenance because they feel like that is way above them. Or that is something that you can't easily acquire. What would you tell somebody who is listening to you now and says, okay, now I know what I want to be. This is my like occupation. This is what I want to be. What would you tell someone who wants to enter that field?
So it's not like the youth don't say that they want to be maybe a mechanic or an engineer, or you see what we are exposed to.
Yeah.
Is what we think that's how the world is. You are a Christian.
Yeah.
Imagine you were born in Saudi Arabia. What would you be?
I would,
a Muslim.
Exactly.
Automatic. So it's the community you find yourself. It is what we are exposed to. That's as it is, just by grace I just discovered some things. But you have to be positive first. And for our fellow youth, when you set a target, you see all these people holding this camera.
Yeah.
He could pass through this to have his own media firm. So that when you employ you and you're holding the camera wrongly, he knows.
Yeah.
But most of the people think that they can just wake up today and get here tomorrow. It doesn't happen like that. The nature will not even give it to you. Because if God gives to you, you will not handle it well. So if the people keep saying they want to be politicians, it's because what the politicians are around doing. So they think that is lucrative. So they want to do it. Okay. A doctor. You yourself, when you are growing, when you go to school, when I say a doctor I shall be. When I grow old, what have you ever heard?
Yeah.
When they are doing, the last time I went to my children's school, one of my children's school, they were doing career day.
Okay.
People dress up in nurse, doctor, engineer. I'll ask. So nobody here dress as a businessman. Do you know why? How many business people do we have in our communities? You get it?
Yeah.
Because the children are exposed to what? Becoming a doctor, becoming a nurse, and don't forget, as you see me here, along my journey, all the things I want to achieve, I know without money I can't achieve it. And already with my work, my job, I already know that my salary is, I can even take my salary into 10 years to come. I can't afford this house. So I learned something on my own. Education again, sales, marketing, how to network, how to sell myself. I have to learn certain things aside yourself. How to monetize my own passion.
Yeah.
I hope you get the point.
Yeah.
If you don't do those things, forget it. Your skill alone, maybe the only thing you do and you are employed to do that one, you keep doing that for money. Your money is already calculated. That's why they call it annual income, weekly income, or it's been already programmed. And that one cannot take you to anywhere. That is why a lot of the people who don't know, the youth who don't know. So I do a lot of sales when I'm not at work.
What you're saying is also that you believe in skill training.
Yes, not I believe in skill training. The only way out is the skill training. The only way out is the skill training. If you are a doctor and you know how to monetize the things you learn well, you can do it better and make more money. But if you remain to be there, I know doctors, I know military officers, I know pilots who are good in cyber security. They learn other skills that we meet together, we do business. Me, I'm a businessman. Forget about this flight something. We do that one.
Yeah.
But from one point to another, you can't just hold camera for the rest of your life. You'll be broke. That one is a fact. I hope you get a point. Your salary is already calculated, so you can't complain and nothing will change. My mother has been complaining. My father has been complaining since he died. Nothing changed. I hope you understand the point.
Yeah.
So the skill training is the way out. It's not an optional. You need to have a skill. Every developed country, they cherish their skill. Who built the road? They are skilled people.
Yeah.
I hope you get it.
Yes.
Who built the hospitals? The machines, the camera, who built it? It's the skilled people, it's not the politician. It's not the doctor. And when you have all these skills, for you to even make more money out of it, learn how to monetize it. Otherwise, you have all these skills. You do the work for people who know how to monetize your skill, bring you together into a system and make all the money and then give you something small.
Interesting. I've learned a lot.
We are learning. we are still
I've really learned a lot, and I'm pleased to have had the honor to sit here with you and then have this conversation with you.
for you to call me for us to have a conversation. I'm also pleased.
Well, I want you to look into the camera and speak to our youths, our children out there who are growing up. Someone may have financial challenges like you, but you did not let that overshadow your dreams, overshadow you as a person. Speak to them so that they can know that that is not where it ends. They can do better. They can also create a map for themselves.
That's very, very necessary.
Yes. So I want you to encourage our youths out there.
Okay. So for me, encouragement today. I always tell people, if you are born where we find ourselves, it's enough motivation. I hope you get the point.
Yeah.
It's enough motivation for me to be here. That's one. Now, if you don't have money, you still can do certain things.
Yeah.
If you still don't have what it takes, please and please, I want you to believe in your own self. Believing is, you have to believe to a certain level that into your subconscious that whatever I put my mind to, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Now, practically, if you are hungry, the first thing you need to do is to tell yourself, I want to do something to put money in my pocket, legitimately.
Okay.
Learn to sell something. You can't invest if you don't have money. And to make money, you need to sell something. One thing the youth hate is they don't want to sell. You see, selling is not like carrying products or this phone and go and be roaming on the street to learn. That there are various, thank God to technology. There are various ways you can just be in this room, take your laptop, as long as you have data, you need to make money. Because every morning we wake up, today, you drove to this place. Yeah. That's fuel, you bought data, you ate, you drank cocoa, you ate kose. This afternoon I ate banku with okra soup. I bought it. I hope you get a point.
Yeah.
So that means the people who sold those things to me made money. So now, how am I going to find a way to put money in my pocket today? One topic nobody teaches us. How were you taught in school how to make money? Do you have any course in Legon, Tech, AIT, Wisconsin University that money 101? But we all came out of school, and now we are after money. Do you know what? The teacher or the man there, he was not taught how to make money. Okay. The little things we ignore, that's how we make money. Sell something. People sell toothpaste. People sell pad. People sell pencil. People sell a lot of things to make money. So no matter how big you are, no matter how well you find yourself, if you think that as a youth, you want to make it in life. I'm happy when I see most of them said you want to be an entrepreneur. But how can an entrepreneur don't know how to sell? Then you have no business to become an entrepreneur. There should be a way you should let me know. People sell by just telling them this is the product I have. No. Learn how to sell, solve a problem, solution. What I want you, what are you lamenting about? What a lot of people are crying about in Teshi, in my community, in maybe Oyarefa or Pediasi or Kaswa. I need to find a solution to that. And when you do that, you provide services to people. We should learn as a youth how to network. As for that one, it's a must. Network is not like we just get connected on Facebook today, the next day you're asking me to send you some Momo. No, we don't do it like that.
Yeah.
Serve. Look out for people who are ahead of you. What do you want to be? Where do you want to be in the future? Practically. The guy is doing something. So get closer. Serve. Find a way. Where I teach, I have a group of But I build a community of over 40-something thousand people worldwide that I teach them every day, that we connect every day, that we teach ourselves. We have a reading club where there is no financial book, there is no personal development book, which a lot of people don't know. That is where the education comes inside. It's not the manual or the course manuals we learn in school. This is what the youth need to know, to reframe their mind, rechange their mind, the mindset, knowing that life is not going to be something on a silver platter. I was not born with a golden spoon in my hand. So, whether you like it or not, this is where we find ourselves. There are business opportunities all over the place. If you learn to sell, if you learn to sell, if you learn how to market, you can get connected to people. If I come to a shop, maybe you are selling this product. Every youth will tell you I don't have money, but we have data.
Yeah.
So I'll make use of my data. I can just take a picture. I just designed something. I don't know if you see it on my status.
Okay.
That Bifab homes, Bifab with wheels. People think I have a mechanic shop. Somebody sent me a message today that I should check the price of a BMW steering rack. It's just idea.
Yeah.
That's why somebody tell you money is just idea. I don't have one. But when I want to try something, so I send a mechanic. Charlie, check the price for this for me. He will send it to me. I have my thing that I don't have it's a movable mechanic shop. You understand? So I will get some profit on it. I will never buy fuel into my car with my salary. No. There are a lot of products. Hair products, shoes, sneakers, what people want to do. People want to drink. I preach good to health, good wealth, how to create wealth. People need to live well. I hope you get a point.
Yes.
I even have things like toothpaste. Organic toothpaste. I can give you a nice caption. Somebody says, oh, I have mouth odor, gum bleeding, tooth decay. I have something for you. Find a way. So the youth, what I don't want them to do is to complain.
Okay.
Nobody is coming for you. That is a fact. You can't, nobody know. Hey, your father couldn't do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. Until you find a way, connect with people. And so don't say, I don't like this, I don't like that.
Okay.
If you say, I don't like this opportunity, that means you have an option. If you don't have option, you learn everything as long as it's legitimate. It's not against your faith. You're a Christian, you're a Muslim, even you have a traditionalist. Learn it. As long as it will improve you, put some value on you, and put some money in your pocket, you are good to go. And one last thing, what is killing them is to live a life to impress people. I hope you get the point.
Yeah.
Who are you impressing? The people you think you are impressing, they don't even know whether you exist or not. So if I have my one t-shirt, I know I have this one t-shirt. I wash it. If I get home, I dry it. I did it in secondary school. I wash it, I dry it in the morning. I wear. Maybe if I come back from class, I iron it, I wear. I don't have problem with that. I do what will make you feel comfortable. Don't fall in this attitude of what the people will say, what this guy will say. No.
Wow.
Don't go to a room where everybody will want to be talking to you about what is happening in the media, what is happening about. That will not put money in your pocket. Focus. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to achieve, read books in that direction. You want to fix plane, start reading about airplane, aerodynamics, what makes aircraft take off. If I want to tend it, what is the pilot supposed to do? How to change aircraft. YouTube is there to teach us. Now you know people. When you go to even the Facebook search engine, Google search engine, when you type the things you want, it will lead you to certain experts in that field. You go to Facebook, you start following them, you inbox them. I am this. Introduce yourself nicely. Don't just go into somebody inbox. Hi, you go and sleep 2 weeks time you're expecting. No, introduce yourself. These are life skills, people skills. These two things. That's something that you need to know. People skills and life skills will make a lot of money, a lot of fortune. People don't know. That's why people who even say they are entrepreneurs, they don't know people skills. They don't know life skills. It's a big topic we can treat another day. So the youth must learn all these things. And then when you learn this, for some number of time, you learn, you practice. Not just read.
Yeah.
In the field of the real life, not the classroom, you learn and practice. You learn and practice. So you make mistake on the go. If I come to you today, you say you won't use my toothpaste, I have to come back and find out why. Then tomorrow I'll come again. If we get to a point where I need to give you sample, which I'll do to all of you before you leave here, I'll create a customer out of you. And I know in the future some of you could give me referrals, some of you could become my business partners. I hope you get it.
Yeah.
So you create the personality. Okay. But success come out of what? The small success you make, you create bigger success out of it. So I don't even know how I'm sitting here talking to you, because I did something and he must saw it somewhere and referred me to somebody. The last time I went to Kumasi, he came for one of my programs. I hope you get it.
Yeah.
So that is how the whole is a process. Money making is a process. It's not a straight line. Success is a process. Yes. It's not a straight line. I hope you get a point.
Yes.
So if you leave me, I talk for money, so I can talk
yeah, sure.
Till tomorrow morning.
Do you have regrets entering into the flight maintenance field, or entering into the small petty businesses that you do, or any other regrets?
They are big businesses, not petty businesses.
Okay, sorry.
Like I said, I'm a very highly positive people. I see people tell you that I have a small business. No, I'm not a small business. I have a conglomerate. It's a huge business. A business that can change people's life financially. I don't see that in petty business. That's just by the way. It's because of my positivity.
Sure.
I hope you get a point.
Yeah.
Good. So career regret, everybody regret. Do you know why we call it regret?
No.
But as you grow, you know that there are lessons. We call it regret because at that point in time, you think that, oh, I needed to be here, but I am here, so you are regretting. But you don't know that God is putting you there to learn something. So if you put your mind to what you are doing at a particular point in time, you know that it's not a regret. Yes, there are times where I even told myself, one of the biggest regrets I ever have is to be here and be here and be here. I hate it. I always tell myself, but as you mature through the process to the next level, then you now see that, so actually this is what the thing was going to be. Then you now tell yourself, that is where it's good to go back and pray for forgiveness. Because you make some odd time because you are not getting some 2,000 to fix something, 1,000 cedi to fix something. I hope you get it.
Yes,
so the regret there from school, sometimes I curse my old, I say, why me cry this from village every day, you sack me for school fees. There was one man in Sotek, we call it Mr. Isa. Anytime you get to the class, not be now that they don't beat people in class.
Yeah.
He will come with cane. He will be looking for, because he know this guy will owe school fees. So I was the first person that will chase. So I will be regretting our life. Sometimes you know your parents don't have what it takes. I hope you get the point.
Yes.
So the regret there is there. You get to the work. It was I go to work and then I have to sacrifice all I have to go back to the university when people are sleeping. You have to be in class. I hope you get it. That kind of thing. That life puts you in certain corner that you regret. There are times you're like, what exactly is this? Then you regret with it. But when you grow, now you know that those things will give you the story. You can't tell me that there is a very huge big man now. Even if your parents leave big money down for you, you have your own challenges you are going to overcome.
Definitely.
So the regrets are there, but they are lessons. And they will make you tougher.
Amazing.
They will open your eyes. They will give you ideas. They will turn you into a critical thinker. How to go around them, how to hold on to pain. Yeah, because imagine you don't go through those things. You just get it for say, then 30 years, 40 years, you have a business. How are you going to? Even when you have one loss, you get heart attack. So those things are good. Let's welcome the challenges. When you try something, you don't get it. We regret small because we are blood and flesh.
Sure.
Then you do it again. Then you do it again. I hope you get it.
Yes.
In the next 5 years, 10 years, you might even be on Al Jazeera doing this thing. But today, when they say, can you do it in East Legon, maybe you were doubting small, or you get it. So it's one of those things.
Well, do you have any kids, any children?
Oh, yeah, I have a wife.
Wow.
I'm married to a very fantastic woman.
Amazing. How many children?
3, 2 boys and a girl.
Amazing. So if they want to enter into your career path, would you allow them to? Because you know sometimes parents...
This is another huge topic. You get it? We can't be determining what our children to do. Our role is to guide them.
Exactly.
Not to go wayward. Smoke, do nonsense things, and excuse my language, do things that they are not supposed to be. You go to school, you go and blow your school fees, and no, guide them. The guy is good in this something. If you are a lawyer, so what? Then some of us should have been farmers because our parents are farmers. You get it?
Yeah.
So I don't have this attitude or appetite for telling my children that be this, be that. No.
Okay.
For now, what I am doing is to look at them. You go to school, you come. We are giving them, first we school them, and then we teach them how to educate themselves. We show them education, life skill, people skill, how to relate to people, being in them in the midst of people, the value for human being, how to treat one another, how to treat human being. We guide them, and then when you see the man is good in something, you guide him to that. Don't force him to. My daughter is a lefty, she's writing. They go to school and the madam say you should write like this. When she comes, say, madam, why? I'm not the one who says you should write left. You are not, so don't change. Allow her. She eats with the left until you get to a certain stage. And now she now knows that, oh, we have 5 people in the household. Everybody is eating with right. So why am I? So nobody tell you how to. You get it. Yeah. So she will be asking, why are we eating with our right? I hope you get it. Yes. And naturally, we explain things to, we guide them. And so for my children, I'm not interested in, the only thing I will help them to know, whatever they do, is them to have this business mindset. How to monetize whatever they will do. That one we have to. Otherwise, you can't make money.
Yeah.
You have the skills. We identify you have the skills. We guide you through. Go to school, you come. And then I'll now teach you, educate you how to monetize whatever skill you have. And how to relate with people, because the money you need is in someone's pocket. You have to extract it professionally. If you do it giddy giddy, you become armed robber. Yeah. I hope you get it. Yes. So your employer, you are extracting money from their pocket professionally, strategically. Yes. So at that point, you are not an armed robber.
Great. So what's the way forward for Dovi Senyo?
Oh, that's wonderful. The way forward. Yeah. It's for me to guide a lot of people under the umbrella of building it for a purpose. Okay. BFAP. Okay. Anyone which is willing, whether you have a job, you don't have a job, you want to create an extra income or a full-time income, you can work with my team and my leaders. We'll teach you A, B, and C, how to leverage on an already existing platforms. We teach how to start business, startups, investors. If you want to create, you have huge amount of money, you are afraid of the systems, online stuff, but you can come. We teach you. So the way forward now is that in the next 2, 3, 4 years, we want to add up to not less than 1,000 people, 1,000 lives that can come here and say, oh, through BFAP, through Build It for a Purpose, I was able to generate income every week of maybe say 500 cedi. A lot of people see, they don't have this positive. And so if I mention right now that to make maybe 10,000, 100,000 cedi a week, they'll be like, these guys, are they doing this? So you let's start. We'll speak to the tune of your level, of your spirit, how your spirit being will accept things. Yeah. Until we build that confidence level for you to see things that these things are possible. I hope you get it. Yeah. You are walking, but in your spirit, you know you are driving. That's the level you need to reach. Yeah. Okay? You are in the throttle, but you are in the spirit that this is my car. I mean, my RAV4, my Benz, my G-Wagon.
Amazing.
You understand the point. So the way forward is get about 1,000 people in the next 18, 24 to 48 months that we take you through the process. We do trainings every day, worldwide. online, physical meetings. Yeah, so I've been doing this so over 10 countries. We travel, can go weekends and come back. You get it? We multitask alone. A lot of people too don't know how to use their time. They're just fooling the time, misbehaving, or misusing their time. So when you come, you join the team, you join the organization, we teach you, we coach you. You don't pay for this, the training and stuff.
Okay.
You understand the point? The only thing we need from you is the will to do it. Repeat after me.
The will to do it.
The will to do it.
The
if you
will
don't have the
do
will,
okay,
we can give you all the money, you still fail.
yeah,
We'll give you all the opportunities, you still fail. The will to do it will kick you starting. It will force you to do whatever it takes. I hope you get it.
yes.
God bless you.
God bless
your
you.
family.
Thank
and
you.
certainly bless your vision,
Thank
your career,
you.
and your dreams.
Amen. It's been a wonderful time. I have learned so much, and I'm sure you've also learned a lot. He has kept into us the will of doing something for yourself, training yourself, getting yourself equipped with a skill, and I'm sure you've learned a lot. I'll be here next week with another personality, so watch out for me next week. And my name is Anita Yayakbeku. Until I see you next week, joy learning, keep learning.
Do you have anyone you want to celebrate in this month of May? Send details to us and let Joy Learning wish that special person for you. Are you wondering how you can do that? Well, watch this video.
It's time to wish your loved ones well on that special occasion. Is it the birthday or anniversary of your child, friend, classmate, your schoolmate, your teacher, or non-teaching staff of your school? The all-new JL Birthday Wish by Ghana's #1 educational TV channel hits your regular classroom screen. And as usual, it is time for Jack to play and have fun. It has been made easy for you, and this is how. Send a picture of your loved ones. Add their names, school, and location, and a heartwarming birthday message. And finally, follow us on official Joy Learning TV on Instagram, like the JL Birthday Wish post, and tag 5 friends. Send it to our WhatsApp line 0247 108 738. And voila! Your birthday wish will be aired on Joy Learning TV and all our social media platforms. Learning is made fun with the JL Birthday Wish. Joy Learning. Keep learning.
That will be all for this week's edition of EduNews 360. Don't turn the TV off yet, because we have another exciting educational programs coming up. Also, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Joy Learning TV, and on Instagram, official Joy Learning TV. Once again, my name is Emanuela Abora. Joy Learning, keep learning.